butcher. His name is Ray Rastelli. He brings us the Rastelli meats, and he really brings us top quality meats. What this is Black Angus, first of all. That's the kind of part that just sets it right up on the top. And then these are the sirloin steaks. Now, let me just tell you what you can get, and I'll cut into it in a second. You can get 6 of these steaks for $78.98, or you can double the amount and get the 12, and that's $141.98, but you will save about $16 when you get the double amount from just double. We don't double the price, we save you $16 as well. So in the meantime, let me just say, this one is a favorite of our customers. In fact, they won Best Grilling Food. That's their award that they just got in September-October timeframe. And I want to bring in Ray Rastelli III. This is the son. This is the 3rd generation of Ray Rastelli's bringing us these steaks. Hi, Ray.
Hi, Mary Beth. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I want you to take us through this and really teach us about meat and teach us about why Black Angus, why sirloins. What is that all about?
Absolutely. So first off, we start with Black Angus. And why Black Angus? Because it's the very best beef in the United States. It's known for delivering the most marbling throughout that meat, which is what gives it that incredible tenderness, but also that flavor and that really juicy bite. And as you can see in that steak you're cutting into, it's just incredibly juicy. This is a sirloin steak.
Amazing.
So for those that like a very lean steak, that's what this is, but it's still packed with flavor and very tender, and you're going to enjoy every single bite of it.
Look at that. I mean, you see how tender that is, how juicy that is. That's what this is all about. Now, let me just ask, okay, so Black Angus, what are these beef cows eating?
Right. I'm glad you asked that. So these are what we call pasture raised. So their whole life, they were on grass-fed, grass farms, but then they're finished with corn. And I'm going to show you something here in a second. I'll just put my gloves on. But if I bring you over to this whole block, Mary Beth, and I'm going to take you over just in a second here, you're going to be able to see why that corn finishing is so special. This is a whole sirloin of beef. This weighs about 2.5 to 3 pounds. When you get your steaks at home, what we do with this whole sirloin is we take all the fat off of it, we take all the silver skin, all the things you don't want to eat, and then we cut down these beautiful 6-ounce sirloin steaks, which are completely trimmed from end to end. They're center cut, and there's no fat. You're going to eat from one end to the other. But why Black Angus? Why corn finished? Because that's what's delivering all that marbling that's running throughout that steak to ensure that you have just an incredible experience when it comes to both the bite as well as the flavor.
And the marbling is the flavor. That's the thing. Now, each one of these will come individually packaged. So it's real simple. If you live alone, you take out one at a time whenever you want. If you want to take out 2 or 3, you can. But keep in mind, you're getting 6 of these or 12 of these. If you go with the 12, you save an extra $16. And also take a look over here. You will get a couple of packets of the Rastelli seasoning, which, by the way, is great on the steaks, but works on literally any meat that you might have on these. Now, how do you recommend that we, when we've got them frozen, should we take them out and cook them from frozen, or should we thaw them?
I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm going to show you something, actually. So number one, I always recommend thawing them. Take them out from the freezer, put them in the refrigerator, let them rest overnight in their fridge. They're going to thaw out perfectly. If you're in a pinch, run it under cold water, and within just about 15 minutes, you're going to be ready to go. But when you're going to cook these steaks, and any of our great Rastelli steaks, you want to get them to room temperature first. So take them out of your fridge, put them on the counter, out of the package, let them get to room temperature. You're going to get our seasoning. So take that seasoning, sprinkle a little bit of seasoning just on top of that steak, and then you're ready to go. But Mary Beth, these are great. We have steak season, grilling season coming up.
Yes.
We're just around the corner here. But this is what we call our everything steak. You can use this steak for so much more than just a center of the plate steak. This is the steak that you can take and slice down into fajita strip, right? Really quickly. So take that 6-ounce steak, grill it off, cook it in your pan, whatever way you prefer. But then you can also take those fajita strips and put them on top of a salad. You can take the steak with a mallet in your kitchen just in a few minutes and literally flatten it out and bread it real fast to have a beautiful breaded sirloin steak. So again, this is just the most versatile cut because we start with Black Angus premium beef.
And you don't have to cook it very long. That's the other thing that I like. How do you like your steak, Jane?
Grilled, and again, it starts with the quality of the steak. They're delicious. Yeah. Ray the third, hello, it's always a pleasure. Hi,
Jane.
When you get the really good and tender meat, you don't need a whole lot of extra. Right. It's really just a matter of cooking it to your preferred temperature. And this one, because of the marbling, it's so tender and it's so juicy all the way through.
Sure
so
is.
you just get really, really high quality. It almost eats like a filet, like a tenderloin.
Yeah.
But it is, like we said, it's the sirloin steak. So there's a difference in the quality. Try it. I hope you'll love it. And plan ahead for the grilling season, which in most cases is right around the corner if it hasn't already started where you live.
Have you ever gotten home from work and you get out of the car and you can smell that one of your neighbors is grilling and grilling steaks? And you're like, wow, wish we could do that tonight. If this is in your freezer already, that's the whole key of buying the food from QVC. Then it's so conveniently already there. You have it. When you are hankering for a steak, you can literally pull that out.
Right now.
Yeah, like right now. You can pull that out and, like we said, thaw it quickly, thaw it overnight, whatever you want to do, and have your steak and eat it too. Right, Ray?
Nice.
You're absolutely correct. And it's all because we start with a sirloin steak. So it's so versatile, right? It's starting to get warm outside. I love getting home, hearing the barbecue going. And this is that steak you want to have in your freezer at all times to really pull it out of the freezer. And you're in a pinch, quickly pop something on the grill, take that seasoning, and you don't really have to do much more, right? You can cook a little quick bag of potatoes or rice, and you have an incredible steak dinner because you started with the Black Angus sirloin steak.
That's exactly right. Hey, this is a very, very special meat. If you just joined us, I don't know if you know, but we're in 24 hours of a food show. It's literally going to go till midnight Eastern time tonight. We've just done the 4 hours of all the award winners. This is the meat that won for best grilling item. So our customers voted that, not us. Our customers said, hey, we wanted that one as our best grilling meat. So that's why we bring it to you. We bring it at a price tag that hopefully is better than even what you would get in your stores. A lot of times you can't get this kind of beef in your stores unless you're going to a butcher. These are Black Angus beef. These are sirloin steaks. You can get all 6 of them, and that's at a price of $78.98. Or if you were going to double that, you know what it'd be? It would be about, well, you'd get 12 of them, but it would be almost $160. And we're giving the double amount at $141.98. So we're saving you about $16 off the price by buying the larger set. They will actually ship to us in 1 box or 2 boxes. I think it's 2 boxes if you get the 12.
Correct. Yes, they're going to come in packs of 6. So if you get the 12, you're going to get 2 of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But all individually packaged, like you're showing there, Mary Beth.
Right.
They're going to last in your freezer for 12 months. So you can ensure that they are going to lock out all that bacteria and lock in all that freshness and that juice because of the care and the love that we put into that packaging. But that's what's really going to deliver the great steak. But beyond the packaging, it's the labor that we put in our expert butchers trimming this by hand, taking all the fat off. This is not a grocery store steak. This is a steak that you would get at your finest steakhouses. So thank you so much for having me today.
Our pleasure. I'm sure you're going to be on several times today. So, Ray, thank you so much. Say hi to your dad for us. And in the meantime, Jane and I have to wrap it up. Do you want to grab my rosé right over there, if you don't mind?
All day rosé.
All day rosé, right? Hey, by the way, you can go to QVC.com and you can check out the entire event. And that's the best part about it. In fact, if you want to go ahead and get this, the meats, the treats, the sweets, the wine, you name it. Yeah, who's up next?
That was fun. All right.
Terry's coming up next.
Yeah, she's got the hot deals.
Yeah.
And again,
should we go out for lunch?
I was going to say.
No, I'm so full. Cheers. Enjoy the day. I'll see you later.